Okay, good morning, everyone, and warm welcome to 174th series, webinar series on government schemes for women entrepreneurs in India. My name is Siddharth and working as a part of Manage CIA team. Let me just give you the overview of today's webinar. We have three speakers today. Each speaker session will go up to 15 minutes, and then we will take up the question and answer round at the end. Now, I'd like to request Pragya to kindly introduce our first speaker, Mr. Rishi. Pragya, you are on mute.
So that's our cognition unable to join.
Yeah, Pragya, you there?
Hello.
Yes, Pragya.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So I'll start with introducing. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, sir. Okay, so we'll start with introducing to our participant about Manage CIA. So I will start with a short introduction with Manage CIA, and then we'll move ahead. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead. You're audible. Please go ahead. We are just experiencing some technical issue. Just give me a few minutes.
Hello.
Yes, Pragya, please
Hello?
go ahead. Yes, you're audible.
Yes,
Please go
sir.
ahead.
Yes, sir. Okay. So good morning to everyone. Welcome to the 174th webinar of our Saturday webinar series. I am Pragya Mishra, working as Business Executive at Manage Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. As we proceed with today's session, I would like to provide a brief overview of Manage CIA to our speakers and all the participants. Manage CIA stands as a center of excellence in agribusiness incubation, situated at the National Institute of Agricultural Extension Management, MANAGE. Having guided 754 entrepreneurs and nurtured over 383 startups across diverse agricultural sectors, our center has trained startups in crucial areas of agriculture and allied sector. Providing a steadfast support, Manage CIA has played a key role in assisting agripreneurs in refining their concepts and expanding their ventures. The inception of this open to all webinar series by Manage CIA aims to extend its reach and service to a larger audience of agripreneurs across India. Conducted every Saturday, these webinars cover a wide array of topics featuring speakers from diverse domains. So today's session is on government schemes for women agripreneurs in India, and we are delighted to have three speakers. I will start introducing our first speaker for the session, Mr. Rishi Sharma. He is the incubation manager of Atal Community Innovation Center at SJT University, Gurugram. With over 15 years of experience, Mr. Sharma brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to his role, having previously worked with several esteemed initiatives like Mighty Tide 2.0 and AIC. He is passionate about fostering innovation and supporting aspiring entrepreneurs. So with this short introduction, I would like to hand over the session to Sir.
Okay, good morning, all of you. I'm Rishi, and thank you, Pragya, for a beautiful and valuable inputs from my side. So shall we start from our presentation? Are you ready for?
So we have given you the presenter, right? So you can share the screen from your side.
Okay, just give me a second.
You can share your screen, sir, now.
My screen is visible right now.
Not
No?
yet.
I think it is taking time to load, sir.
It's visible. No.
No, sir.
No, it's not visible, sir. Let us just, we are sharing from our side, sir.
Okay. I think it's. You can share the screen from. If you are facing any problem, then give me access. I will present from here.
Yeah, sure, sir. So we are just trying.
I also share my PPT on WhatsApp. No? Kindly
Okay,
check.
yeah. So we are trying to upload. Can you just, we are giving you the presenter right once again. Can you just kindly try to share from your end? It's not, I think it's in a PDF format, so it's not opening.
Mm-hmm.
So we are giving you the presenter right once again. So just try to open that PPT from your end.
It's showing me that you are not allowed to present the presentation right now. Allowed permission to share content and then try.
Yes, sir. We have given you the presenter right, sir. Please kindly check again.
I'm joining with different computer. I think.
मेरे सच में नहीं हो रहा।
Mr. Rishi sir,
Yes.
actually the file format is not supported by webinar, sir. This was the problem we are facing from our side also. So
Uh, I also shared the
I will
PPT
just
link.
share the screen. I would just ask Mr. Saurav to share his screen. He can play the PDF in his system and can share the screen itself.
Mhm.
Or while we are waiting for, should we request our next speaker to speak, and we will have the session after 15 minutes?
Give me a second. I will.
Pragya, so I request you to please kindly introduce our next speaker, Mrs. Bindu Gauri Madam, and we will have the session after ma'am's session. So kindly introduce.
Surely, sir. Surely, sir. Okay, I would like to introduce our second speaker, Miss Bindu Gauri. Bindu Gauri, ma'am, she is founder of G3 Agrotech Private Limited, a social enterprise dedicated to food security and empowering tribal communities. Driven by her passion for sustainability and local development, Miss Gauri has over 10 years of experience in climate resilient food production, organic farming, and research. Through G3 Agrotech, she is making a real difference in the lives of tribal farmers and their families. So with this short introduction, I would like to hand over the session to ma'am.
Thank you. Uh, is my video is visible?
No, no, it's not
Am
visible,
I
ma'am.
No, ma'am. You can start presenting, ma'am. Yes, yes, ma'am.
okay?
It is okay now.
Okay. You're the one going to. Am I audible?
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Yeah. Good morning to all. Yes. I'm Bindu Gauri. I'm from Coimbatore. The company what I'm doing is G3 Agrotech Private Limited, and here the topic is about the government support. How government supported for the women entrepreneurs, how to develop the entire program. Here actually I'm basically an environmental scientist, so I never had any idea of starting a company or anything, but
Ma'am, your voice is not audible.
change here. Is it possible for you to change the slide? Hello?
Ma'am,
Okay.
we have changed the
Am I
slide, ma'am.
audible?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not able to hear
You are
you.
audible.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
you're
ma'am. You're
audible.
audible,
Can
ma'am.
please go ahead.
Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
now
ma'am.
you're
You're
audible.
audible, ma'am.
I'm not able to hear you all. Media connection having some issues.
Ma'am, your voice is audible. Kindly go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, that's it. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
you're audible, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, okay. There was some problem. I couldn't hear you all. That's why I disconnected and started again. Okay.
No problem,
Good
ma'am.
It's
Please
morning
okay,
to you
ma'am.
continue.
We
all.
can start with the
Yeah.
presentation, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So, can you change the next slide? Okay, let me explain to you how I started my company. I actually in 2012, I was working 12, 13 and all. I was working for the tribal project based on UNDP project. It was like getting data on the tribal problems, like the health problems there, the problems what they have in their, livelihood problems and all. So this actually I have done in 3 states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Kerala, and later in Andhra also. So this project made me to think over and how to support them in a social aspect, like how to make them in in a personal way. So first I thought I will start an NGO, but supporting especially for the tribal people, it is better to support them if we do it in NGO. It will be having a lot of other problems. So what I have done is I started giving them the seeds and the manure to cultivate. So this was the first step I have started for the entering into entrepreneur level. So, and then later, once they started cultivating, the first area was around 500 acres of land, and 300. First, they started with 150 acres of land. So later, it became 500 acres in different tribal settlement. So the main problem they were having is their, especially in the health wise, they had a lot of issues in the child health, and especially in the women and child health issues, they were having a lot of problems. And we have done work with the 3 or 4 different type of tribal settlement like Irulas and Kurumbas and then Mudugas. So when we did the studies, especially in this area, we found out that the Kurumbas who is staying next to the what do you call forest area was not having much health issues. But people who is staying near to the town area and had a lot of social change. When we did social impact assessment, we found that the people who stayed near to the town area was having a lot of issues, health issues. The mothers were not having enough breast milk, and child stillbirth, and child were not having enough malnutritional problems, especially in the age from 6 months to 5 year. Uh, Escaping from that, 5 years to come out from that age itself, it become a big trouble for them. So based on the studies, we did a lot of activities. So the first activity happened is say, giving them the seeds and manure to develop their product. And in 2012 and 13 and all, millet was not having any now millet became a hero in the society. But that time it was actually discriminated food, or you can say that no, but neglected food. So uh, they were the area what we have selected is the very dry land without water facility and everything. You all know that millet doesn't have need much water and this manure to grow. So we supported them with seed and manure. And once they started cultivating, the second issue generated, that was like how to market it, how to support them in marketing. So for that, we did is what we did is we developed a women group. Not we. I didn't enter into private limited company or anything in that time. So we made a women group to support this tribal group, tribal farmers group. So there was two operation. You can see in the later stage, later slide, we can see how we support. We developed the operational activities in this area. And the one which the slide is showing this milestone from 2020 to 21, how we started the changes done in the area, especially in the millet development, millet processing and everything. Okay, anyway, let me tell you how we changed from the women group to private limited company. When I happened to be an incubator of Indian Institute of Millet Research, so they had asked me to join for RKVY-RAFTAAR. RKVY-RAFTAAR, you all know that it's a government-funded project for it's a grant for if you have an idea, like if you have a innovative idea, you wanted to develop into a product or anything, government support you with 5 lakhs grant where you don't have to pay back. It's a grant. So to develop into a product, a prototype product or anything. Second stage, like for example, after developing the prototype product and everything, he wanted to come into the market and support the market and scale up the whole project. Then government support, if the project is viable, everything, government support up to 25 lakhs. It is a RKVY of the support, which we got it from the government, central government, and with the support of Manage and with the support of IIMR, the Institute of Millet Research, since we are working on millet research. And the people who want to do like agriculture or anything, they can even agriculture universities like Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Kerala Agriculture University, all are supporting for developing the RKVY-RAFTAAR project. And it is a 2 months training program. You have to learn about how to develop the product, how to market it, how to brand it, how to scale up, and a complete value chain management you have to thorough in the project. Then only you will be, and then the whole there will be a panel for selection. After the selection only you will get the fund from the government. So we got the fund from the government to start the private limited company as what do you call it? To support the we, as you know, that we are a social entrepreneur and we support the tribal farmers and other SHG groups and JLG groups and all to develop the whole value chain management. So in that we got the support from the government and then we started the company. And later there are another program. These are the milestone we started, how we started brand, G-Tree brand. We have 3 brands. One is G-Tree, which is a agro-based product, is categorized in G-Tree. And second brand is Ayur Millets, where the millet and millet-based product is branded under Ayur Millets. And there is another brand called Tribal Treasures. That Tribal Treasures brand is actually especially focused on the non-timber forest goods, which is available, like where the tribal people are depending on, especially for the livelihood. And we are value adding the product, like for example, there are hair shampoo powder is available. That is innovative idea by the tribal people. That is their traditional way of doing, and we are supporting them to market it by adding a new brand name called Tribal Treasures. This is how we work in the society, especially in the company. And these are the three brand names which we have. And then a second way, after the getting the fund and all, we started buying. We bought the machines and value added the machines. We are having around 30 different, 30 to 35 different type of products in the millet, and almost 5 to 10 products in the Tribal Treasures. And there are different type of other products like agro-based products in G3. Can you change the next slide? And marketing is done. Okay, you all know how a government is supporting. You all know about PFFME. That is, government is supporting when we take the like a mudra loan or anything to start the company, to develop the scale up the company. Then for the mudra loan, it's like there are different type of mudra loans are there. Like any woman who wants to do a company, she is eligible for 50,000 rupees from the any bank, but only one time. Okay. And second is 3 to 5 lakhs category, where we have to submit the project report. And the third one is up to 10 lakhs is we are eligible for, we want to scale up our company. So when we get the third, like for example, we get the Mudra loan, we can apply for PFME for the subsidy schemes, like 40%, 35 to 40%, depends. Like for example, state government also supporting the what do you call the some of the state government is giving even 40% subsidy on the Mudra loan. That is called government like food processing department, they support us. Agriculture marketing department, agriculture marketing department. For example, in Tamil Nadu, agriculture marketing department is supporting to get the 40% subsidy. We have to attend the training program of their program, and we have to get the certificate from the government. And then only we are eligible for that program. And then there is another program which is called PFME, that is Prime Minister Food Processing, Manufacturing and the Prices Program. That program, we are eligible for 34% or 35% of the total subsidy is available for Mudra loan. So we got the second also, that PFME also. And then the company started working in the proper way. We have around 250 women are depending on our company, especially as a social entrepreneur. We are associated with the many SHGs and many JLGs and farmer group. So can you change the slides? Next slide. And there is another very important fund is available now. It is called Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, which is actually very good for any entrepreneur who wants to work on the infrastructure development of the agriculture, especially based on agriculture products. So that is even one CR also possible to get the if the company, if the project is viable, everything is good, and then you are eligible up to 1 CR also, and there is subsidies also for this. Can you change the next slide? These are the operational model, especially done by our company. So we got the support from KVK, Krishi Vigyan Kendra of Coimbatore, which is funded by ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, and plus IIMR, Indian Institute of Millet Research. And there is a management supporting system, like we are a pre-incubating of IIM also, IIM Bangalore. There is NSRCL, there is a program called, especially for women, there are different types of training programs conducting by Indian Institute of Management. So anyone who is interested, they can join for that. It is available in the net. You can join for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Some of the programs are free of cost also. Anyone who wants to develop, scale up, like how to identify the market, how to, like a person like me who doesn't have any business background, only I had a like a research background. So how to enter into business, IIM Bangalore supported very good way, especially to scale up the complete project. So here we are collecting material from the farmers and farmers group, like you all know, FPO is Farmers Producers Group organization, and cleaning and everything is done by especially tribal women itself. We are not using machines in order to give the support, like in order to support the women and give them the daily wages and daily what do you call the job for them. We are using the first primary cleaning by tribal women itself. There are 8 women are there. They are doing the cleaning, especially the initial stages. And then later, they are using machine also to clean the complete grains and millets, and to value addition and product diversification done by the JLG. And packing and labeling and marketing, everything is done by G3 Agrotech Private Limited, and even product diversification also is done by us. And can you change the next slide? And the achievements, what we got the best social entrepreneur by IIM Calcutta and Tata Institute of Social Science after conducting their thorough research. And honorary award got from the government of Kerala. This is a different story actually. After doing the UNDP project, it happened for me to like submit my project in front of the Legislative Assembly. The backside, like there is a hall in Kerala. Behind the Legislative Assembly, there is a seminar hall where I could submit all my research project. Based on my research project, Government of Kerala started Millet Grama Paddhati, which is called as a millet village project, especially in Nattapadi and other Idukki area. So you all know, I don't know whether you all know about Attapadi. It's a 90% tribal the people are living in that area. 90% of the population is tribal people. So there was a lot of issues from 1995 onwards in their especially 100% literacy there is there in Kerala. Even though the area, especially in Palakkad district, the Attapadi, was having a lot of health problems like child death and pregnant women death and all. So and then what happened is government decided a lot of activities to improve them, and even community kitchen has started like giving them 3 times meal free of cost, and a community kitchen in every villages. So, but even community kitchen also doesn't survive their fulfillment, you know. And actually, what happened is once when I visited one village, the tribal leader happened to speak to me, and he said, "This is not our way to stand in the queue, and it's like begging for the food. Why don't you support us giving millets? Like millet is our staple food, and giving us seeds and what do you call the manure." And there was no native seed also was available in that time in that particular area. So we had to get from Dharwad University the seeds and try to engage them in farming. So for that, government gave me honorary award for supporting the tribal people, and I participated in many TV shows and radio talk, and our millet cafe concept given idea award by the government of Kerala, and we developed a lot of new products, especially in based on the brand name Iron Millets. Can you change the next? Recently, this is the we developed 8 different products for the government of Kerala in the brand of Millet Village. Can you change the next one? So how the total impact happened in this particular area? It's actually the 92 villages in the beginning. This all happened in 4 to 5 years back. Now, still the government is doing a very good job in especially in Attapadi and other areas. And 2023 became millet year, the International Millet Year, supported like it became more, supportive for the tribal people and other farmer group also. Can you change the next? So apart from that, we had a lot of other achievements from the FICCI. This year's FICCI award is got achieved by our company, G3 Agrotech, and Startup India Award also. And then from the Karnataka also we got the awards, and Tamil Nadu also, and from even from Telangana also we got awards. And these are the photos from our different activities. What we do is in the areas, and especially the major achievement happened this year is even 2024 itself. The beginning of 2024 itself happened is we happened to participate in India Saudi Festival in Jeddah. That is actually 5,000 years relationship celebration of India and Saudi Arabia, celebrated by the Saudi Indian Consulate in Jeddah, and
Excuse me,
we
ma'am.
could participate. Yeah, I'm finishing now. Okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am. We would like to please conclude the session, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm concluding my session, and I'm really thankful to manage and other, especially manage, for giving me this opportunity to be in like at least online presentation. Thank you. Thank you for supporting.
So much, Bindu ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. The journey is really inspiring, and it was really insightful. And the way you are helping travel community and creating the social impact is really great. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I'd like to request our next speaker, Mr. Rishi Sharma, for his presentation.
Okay. Good morning again. Now you are going to present my presentation, I think.
Sure. Yes, we will do it from our end, sir.
So I'm Rishi Sharma. I'm from Gurgaon, working as an incubation manager and center in charge of Atal Community Innovation Center. Atal Community Innovation Center is basically dealing with the community persons to enhance their skills of skilled persons and empower them in terms of startup, government grant funding, and other things related to capacity building programs, providing training to making the skilled persons throughout the society and empower the women and unemployed youth in terms of startups and entrepreneurs. So everyone knew that what is a startup. Startup is a new company that is undertaken by the entrepreneur to seek, develop, and validate the scalable business model. Actually, so currently we need to be kindly shift to the next slide. There are 6 stages of startup journey that every incubation center and every system is new there. There is a pre-seed stage, there is a seed stage, there is a early stage and growth stage, expansion phase, and exit phase. So these phases is the journey of startups. How do they build their startup? How they build their business throughout their life and throughout their journey of startup. Shift to the next slide. These are the various stages of startup funding. When you are getting the fund from the government and eligibility criteria for the startup funding and all. So the ideation stage we need be required of funding for prototype development and all. And there is another I think slide is missing. Validation stage, early transaction stage, and scaling and exit options. So we will discuss in our next slides there what kind of funding on available for the different kind of phases for the ideation, for validation, or early transactions. Kindly shift to the next slide. Why we need a funding for the startups? We are talking about the funding from different government schemes and all. So these are the basic criteria that we need a funding for: prototype creation, develop product development, team hiring, working capital, legal consulting, raw material purchase and equipment, licensing, creation, marketing, and office space admin and expenses also. So that's why we need a startup funding from the startup. So next phase. Next slide. Can we move for the next slide?
Yes, sir. We have already changed the slide, sir.
It's not on my computer, I think. No, it's not visible in my computer, sir. Can you
Sir, we
slide?
can see the types of startup funding, sir. We can see that slide.
Okay, it's not visible. Okay, so there are basically type of funding. Equity financing funding, debt funding, and grant funding. As ma'am told that there's a loan system and there is a sharing system and grant system. Grant fund are those funds given by the government and angel investors and investors to develop the product, not taking any equity, not taking a reverse from the government, from the startup. It's just a gift from the government to the startup. Start your journey in the early stage. So grant funds are basically given to ideation stage and validation stage only. For scaling, they also gave the funding for different scheme like Mighty scheme and other scheme. They gave the funding for scaling also. And equity funding is related that we need to deploy some equity, some sharing of our company to the investors and angel investors and other. If government demands like seed fund scheme, startup seed fund requires some equity after some time by converting their CCD, convertible debentures. Debt funding, everybody knew that it's a loan type funding. So we take the loan from different banks, different government schemes, and then reverse it by the interest rate of current interest rate to the government also. So next slide, please. So basically, we have this kind of funding. There is a Startup India funding. There is a Atal Innovation Mission is there. Dairy producing and infrastructure development funding is there. Atmanirbhar Bharat app innovation challenge is there. E-Wij portal is there. Multiplier grant scheme is there. Mudra Bank is there. Credit Guarantee Fund is there. Software Technology Park is there. Startup India initiative is there. Startup India seed fund scheme is there. So basically the startup funding is dealing in these terms only. The grant funding, the loan funding is busy. Startup can easily catch the funding from these sectors only. So we will discuss Startup India funding in next slide. Kindly shift to the next slide. Startup India Seed Fund. If they gave the funding, grant funding and seed funding to the startups. So grant funding, they giving a 20 lakh up to 20 lakh fund, grant fund to startup to develop their product for the ideation stage, for validation stage, and for other stage. They gave the seed fund up to 50 lakh. They did not charge any equity in the initial phase. For the seed fund, they just do an agreement with the convertible debentures. After 5 years, you need to be deploy some equity or some grant to government after 5 years. And for grant, there is no need to be reverse this amount up to 20 lakh rupees. So if you have a DPIT recognition, if you have a registered MCA private limited company, then go for it. Every incubation center have a startup seed funding. Over 1,000 crore rupees is they are giving to startups in this scheme. So if you have a private limited company, if you have DPIT registration, then register your startup under Startup India Seed Fund scheme through their portal and choose top three nearby incubator center. They are then pitch to them and they will give a funding to you. So next slide. In Atal Innovation Mission started basically two schemes, the Atal Incubation Center and Atal Community Innovation Center. In Atal Incubation Center, they provide 12.5 lakh rupees to startup for when they incubated with the incubators. So try to find some nearby incubation center, Atal Incubation Center in your area, and go for the incubation program with them, and they will provide a 12.5 lakh rupees to every startups. And Atal Community Innovation Center, they provide a free training, free capacity building programs, free training to every person, from community persons also. So if self-help groups, if need some training to develop some products and other skills they want to be used, they will provide a free of training to them. Also, they give a fellowship to them for 1 year. So they gave a 2 lakh rupees funding to them to develop their product and draft their marketing strategies and all. Now they started the Atal Search and Innovation for Small Enterprises. A RISE scheme is there. So they give up to 50 lakh funding under different categories. So they defined their categories, and under their category they will provide a funding of up to 50 lakh rupees. So if any startup want that funding, then they will also reach to these centers, Atal Incubation Center or Atal Community Innovation Center. So next slide, please. MSME also giving a funding. MSME, if every year and every 6 months they launch some hackathons for the BMENs only. So if anybody have any idea, then they register their idea on the MSME portal, and after pitching to them, they will, if you are shortlisted, then they will give you a 15 lakh rupees grant fund to develop your idea for the next phase and for start your company, I think. So MSME giving us that kind of funding also. So it's a grant funding from the MSME portal right now. So next slide, please. Center for Innovation and Agripreneur. So it's a same scheme that ma'am told that Manage is also providing a 25 lakh funding to startups. So everybody is knew this scheme. So I'm not taking much time on this. So you can apply for the agri funding under the Business Incubation program under RAFTAAR scheme. So you can apply for it also. They will give a 25 up to 20 maximum 25 lakh funding to under for the prototype development for the product services business model and all. So you can also catch the funding from them also. So next slide, please. Currently, in overall India, we have a HDFC Parivartan grant. So HDFC Bank give that fund 32 crore funding to different incubation centers. For incubation, and they nominated 32 incubation centers throughout the India right now, and every incubation center asking for presentation, asking for better ideas in terms of environment conservation, affordable healthcare, sustainable rural economy, technologies and economic growth, gender diversity. So they requested right now application from overall India under these sectors. They gave a maximum 10 lakh grant funding to every startup. So you can also apply for HDFC Parivartan grant if you have a private limited company. If you have a DPIT recognition for your startup, then you can also catch this funding also. It's a short-term fund for the 6 month to develop your product and go for the market launch. So they are supporting your startup under this fund also. So currently India 32 incubators are nominated by them, and you can search by Google and apply for this funding also. They will give off maximum to maximum 50 lakh funding if your startup have a valuable things and have a potential in the growth for the market. They will also give a funding for your startup. So next slide, please. These government schemes also have for the women and entrepreneurs. So these are the basically a loan type things. So Annapurna scheme, they are giving a short loan for 50,000 rupees. Sri Shakti scheme, they give up to 50 lakh loan with the easy to be from market rate, and return for the market rate in for low interest rate, and there is no security required to loan under the 5 lakh rupees. So I think it's a fruitful scheme for every startup. Udyogini scheme is there for they give around 1 lakh rupees for the women to start their journey for the early stage. And Can Kalyani scheme is there for they gave a 1 crore rupees up to 1 crore rupees loan amount to for small enterprises in terms of agriculture and all. So they are also giving a fund for loan kind of debt kind of funding to startups. And Mudra Yojana scheme, everybody knew that scheme. They're giving up to 50 lakh rupees for starting new schemes under beauty parlor, daycare centers, tuition centers, boutique and all. So I think it is also a valuable scheme from the government end. So please change. Under Telangana, we have a 3,000 women-led startups, and 6,000 approximately 6,000 startups are DPIT recognized. So I think you can approach state government schemes also, because Telangana also have their startup policies, and they are also giving a 3 lakh rupees for every startup. 25,000 rupees per month they giving to you for 1 year. So it's also a great scheme. You can also approach for them. Next slide, please. These are the government agencies. They every time they launch their projects on their sites, you can apply for the projects. It's totally depending upon your idea and your project proposal. They will give you up to 1 crore rupees, up to 5 crore rupees, up to 50 lakh rupees under different category heads. So every time they launch their projects, they launch their corporate proposals and asking different proposal from different ends and the different categories. If you are got selected, then you will receive fund from every department. There is a Department of Science and Technology, you can apply for that. Startup India funding, I told you that there is a two type of funding. Up to grant funding and seed funding is there. Atal Innovation Mission, I explained with you. There are two schemes, Atal Incubation Center and Atal Community Innovation Center. Official Principal Scientist Officer is also giving STPI, also giving. Ministry of Electronic started their new scheme under Genesis for the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So they are also providing funding in terms of technology development under the agriculture and all. So MSME also giving funding, National Innovation Foundation also giving funding, bio incubation centers also giving funding for developing your startups under different categories in terms of technology. If you are going to manufacture a tractor phase, then your tractor will receive funding from the science and technology also. So they will giving a grant funding and project funding to you. Next. Benefits of government grants non-repayable to outright gift or not loans. So try to catch grant funding from every department, every government scheme, because it's non-repayable, and it's kind of gift and gift tech kind of things. And wide range of categories, they have a different categories. You can apply for different categories of funding, like ideation phase, for validation phase, for the scale up grants and all. No limit to a number of grants. It's not be limited by that you are only eligible for one grant only. You can apply for different grants also. So these are the benefits from the government grants. Next slide, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think I briefly explained every startup scheme and all. So if you have any query, then you can reach to me. I will explain briefly on that after some time. And because it's a time, there is less time, so I completed it very fast manner. So I think it's understood by every participant. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me any question. Thank you so much. And thank you, Manes, also for providing a beautiful platform and opportunity to guide the startup center.
Thank you so much, Rishi sir. It's a wonderful presentation, and thank you so much for explaining different government schemes for startups. And we will take up the question answer on once we are done with our next presentation.
Okay.
So Pragya, can I just request you to kindly introduce our next speaker?
Surely, sir. So moving to our third speaker for this session, Ms. Soumya Mandarapu. She is the founder of Millenova Foods Private Limited, a company committed to creating innovative and nutritious food concepts using cutting-edge technologies. For over 9 years, Ms. Mandarapu has worked across various domains in the food and nutrition space, developing unique products and formulations with a focus on health and well-being. Her dedication to social impact is evident in her involvement with projects like iron fortified chewing gum for unprivileged children and the sorghum and millet projects. So with this short introduction, I would like to hand over the session to ma'am.
Yeah, very good morning to all. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So thanks for the manage for giving me this opportunity to interacting with the different personalities and different dignitaries. So thank you for this opportunity. And here I'm introducing about our company, and there are different schemes, government schemes are also there. So very well explained about those schemes in the previous speakers. So remaining things exclusively in the millet sector, I will cover. Again, taking all the schemes, it will take time. So in exclusively the millet ones, I will explain, and few things I will add it in that. So coming to my company, so called Millenova Foods, we are basically focusing on the concept-based snacking. So next slide, please. We have introduced our company in 2018. We have developed the different balanced nutritional snacks with a combination of millets, fruits, and vegetables. That will give the 25% of RDA. That will be very much useful to prevent the different kinds of lifestyle diseases. That is our main concept to creating these kind of products. So coming to the next slide. Yeah, I have involved in many product technologies. We have developed more than 120 products. With the collaboration with the government and non-government departments, that networking is very much important when we introduce any product to any communities or any government technologies, technology transfers to be happen with the through proper channel. So that's what I'm here with these products I have developed with the Northeast community collaboration. There are very good opportunities and government schemes are available at the Northeast region. So there are plenty of resources are there. So with underutilized fruits and vegetables like kachai lemon and boot jolokia, that is a very highest pungency of chili. With that, we could able to to develop the different product technologies. And prunes is one of the product, and cinnamon tamala, that is the bay leaf, and another one is the tree bean, is the very released product by the northeast people. So with these there are plenty of resources, but they don't know the developing the technologies. So but government schemes are there. Once we develop the product in the proper way, they can utilize the many opportunities with these underutilized fruits. So with this, we have given to the government of India these technologies. They can giving to the different KVKs and other startup entrepreneurs. Next slide, please. Yeah, government. There are many. Government has introduced many schemes and financial. Definitely, the financial support will give very boosting, and it will give more energy to every startup. That is very important aspect to move forward happily. So we have different schemes, and the boosting agriculture industries and international patent protection for the business India, because we know once we come develop with the different products with the innovation, the patents are also important. So for patenting process and all, it will very expensive. For that also, MSME is giving the different supporting systems to create our patent support. And also entrepreneurs promotion across India. Suppose if you want to promote your products, then under MSME or different government institutions, with their support, you can promote, you can showcase your product with the because the stall charges when we put up the any product in any international exhibitions or national exhibitions, in even in the high-end sectors halls, they charges almost 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh. The stall charges will be there. So with this government support schemes, we can take the support by recouping that amount. So like that, next slide, please. And in this, one more thing, like suppose if you want to market your products through the GEM portal, you can sell your product, because again the digital marketing and other digital media is also nowadays booming very well. So for this also, through MSME there is a marketing support is there, and Ministry of Food Processing Industries there also different schemes are there to promote your product. The marketing is also very much important to promote exclusively to promote your product. You can link up to the either MSME or Ministry of Food Processing. They are providing up to 25 lakhs grant, so you can market your products. And even working capital, these are all the initially the burden things. So you can approach the government schemes through. With that, you can avail the support through for marketing your products and all. And one more thing, and there are different schemes under Startup India. In the previous speakers, they have explained very well. No need to go for in detail. So there are different schemes, and other than this, RKVY-RAFTAAR is also there. We have linked up with the RKVY-RAFTAAR, and we next slide, please. Yeah, we once we have started our company. We have taken the incubation from the IIMR, Indian Institute of Millet Research, and the manage is also providing the this kind of schemes, like up to RKVY-RAFTAAR scheme. So up to 25 lakhs exclusively in the millet sector. If you are focusing, if you coming up with any idea, suppose if you want to develop any innovative product in the millet sector exclusively, so there are the different two schemes are there. that is providing by IIMR, Indian Institute of Millet Research, NutriHub. So here, in the, suppose if you have an idea phase, then you can get up to 5 lakhs grant. Then after that, connecting to that, again Engrain program. So that is 25 lakhs grant you can get it. So in that entire program, how to they will teach about how to, in the 2 months program, mentoring and networking and infrastructure facilities, how we have to develop, and business facilitation, everything it will be covered. And also PJTSA is also providing the incubation facilities. Nowadays, no need to no need to set up the manufacturing unit unless we are very much strong about the market. Uh, uh, Initially we can approach the different incubation centers, we can take their facilities, and we can develop our products, and we can mainly focus on the market also. Suppose if you want to develop the manufacturing sector only, that is also, there are different schemes, agri infrastructure scheme, and there are different schemes are there. So for that also, in the primary stage sector, millet in the primary processing is very much important for the millets, because the shelf life is very less. There are different studies are going on to improving the shelf life. For that, if you want to set up the processing unit, that is also available, exclusively for the women, under the different schemes, and the grant from the Ministry of Food Processing and MSME and other institutions like IMR and all. They are providing the different loans, and they are providing the different grants. So next slide, please. Yeah, because the why millets have a very good global market scenario. The scope is very good, very good. By 2028, we are expecting the global market almost. At 14 point billion dollars, 5 point, if you can see the statistics here, 9.95 billion dollars to 14.14 billion dollars we are expecting by 2028. So there is a very good scope for the millets. There are many schemes and government support is also there. There are different millet missions are also working on millets. So, and 2023 also declared as a international year of millet. They have government has created many opportunities for the millet entrepreneurs. Next slide, please. Yeah, here I told you about this RKVY-RAFTAAR funding and Ministry of Food Processing exclusively for the either setting up the unit, or if you want to focusing on the market, there are the different schemes are there. So Agri Infrastructure Fund is also there, up to 1 crore you can avail, up to 1 crore or 2 crores based on your requirement, and the strategies, based on that you can avail that one. And manufacturing marketing, suppose if you want to set up the lab also, then you can avail the schemes through the Ministry of Food Processing. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is already the RKVY-RAFTAAR proposal. This is our product. We basically, I told you that 25% of the RDA we have, that is the, with that innovation we have worked on it, and we linked up with the different farming communities. And it will give the complete balanced nutrition, and that too, the each combination is there is a scientific evidence that it will give the enhances the bioavailability. Next slide, please. Yeah, these are the 4 products initially we have launched. We didn't set up any processing unit and manufacturing unit initially. So initially I have focused on the R&D and connect with the IAMR. There I could able to develop the further research, and with the collaboration of the PJTSAU, I could utilize that quality control lab and everything. So I could able to develop the mini formulations. So then uh, we have uh, we have uh, we have received many recognitions awards from the different institutions. The ICRISAT, the best concept award we have received, and Mahindra equally, that is also one of the institute which will give the entrepreneur training, and that the product showcasing also was happened that. So networking and promotion and showcasing, we have participated in many events which are organized by the government and private sectors. So their previous slide, please. Previous slide. Previous slide. Yeah, involved in many events, government sectors holding IMR, INCC, and manage ICRISAT events. And APEDA is also, suppose if you want to set up the stall, I told you. So in the Millet mission programs and all, we could able to get the free stalls to showcasing our products. Like that, Karnataka events and Millet Mela, FSSA events, with collaborating with the universities. These are all the through the network. When we connect with the network and all, we could able to set up the stall and product showcasing. Suppose directly if you want to do marketing and all, so it's a very expensive thing. So these we could able to achieve without paying any amounts. In few programs we have paid very nominal charges. Even through MSME also, that support is there. You can avail up to 1 lakh the stall charges and all. So CMSME is another global platform. With that also I could able to get the many benefits. Many benefits. We have launched our product through the metro stations and metro promotions, international showcasing at Dubai and Singapore and South African countries. By connecting this CMSME platform, we could able to achieve these things. And next slide, please. Yeah, and these are the different awards we have received. From the Best Social Enterprise Award from Action India Forum. Action India Forum also, they will provide the Silicon Valley grant programs, and they are giving the very good mentoring and connecting to the network and connecting to the markets very well. So we got the benefited from the Action India Forum also. We received the best awards. And connecting here you can see we have launched our under ODOP program also. Through in At the metro stations, we can showcasing our product by connecting through the MSME and directly metro stations also. We can approach and we can showcase our products at the stations. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. These are the different products we have developed. Previous slide. Previous. Yeah. Yeah, these are the different stalls we have put up at the collaboration at the different places with the collaboration with the government and private organization support. And next slide. Next slide. Okay. Okay, and with the grant amount, we have received the 23 lakhs of grant. We have received with that grant, we could able to set up the processing unit, minor processing unit, because when we do the these value added products, the primary processing is very much important. With that grant, we could set up the primary processing, and when we do the research and when we do the product analysis also, we could able to getting the support from the MSME and all. So and we also started internship programs. Internship program to the different students by collaborating with the different universities and colleges. We are providing the food processing trainings to the different students. Yeah, this is our experiences. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Soumya ma'am. It was really great and it was very informative session. Thank you so much once again. Now we are starting the question answer round. If you have any question, please raise your hand. We will allow you to speak. So there are a few questions in the chat box. So the question is from Bindu as well as Soumya ma'am. So the question is, what all challenges you have faced and how did you overcome from this? It's from Soumya ma'am as well as Bindu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For initially, we have faced the marketing thing. It was very challenging, sir. Still, we are also it is a challenging thing only. So we are connecting, but we have connected with the many institutions, and through that institutions we are getting support and in selling the product for the G20 meeting and all. We could able to supply the different products to them. So marketing is the main challenge, and another thing is the FSSAI guidelines recently changing very frequently. Once we develop the formulation, once we design the packaging and everything, again we have to invest on the packaging based on the guidelines and all. That is also very much challenging. The expenses is very high. That two things are the challenging. And initially our concept is this is a premium product. If you want to set up, if you want to placing our product in the different stores, they are charging almost 40 to 45% of charges in the MRP. So that is also again it's a very expensive thing. Those are the main challenging in the marketing and product formulations. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. And the next question is from Mr. Rishi. One participant, Dr. Preeta, she's asking, can LLPs apply for Startup Seed India Fund?
LLP can register as a DPIT recognition, but government did not provide funding to LLPs. They just need a private limited company to deploy their fund.
Okay. And there's one more question asked by Mr. DKS. If Section 8 company is eligible for seed fund?
Section 8 company is eligible, but Section 8 company is also eligible for their from other grants also. Like if you are going to take a incubation center, then government also giving a funding to Section 8 companies. Around 2.5 crore rupees giving from ACIC center, and DST center they provide a 5 crore funding to Section 8 companies. And also eligible for the Startup India funding also.
Okay, right. So we are unmuting Mr. Arun Kumar Verma. Please ask your question, Mr. Arun Kumar. I think he's not there. Mr. DKS, please unmute DKS. You can ask your question, sir. Mr. DKS. Please unmute Mr. Prashant. Yeah, Mr. Prashant, you there? Mr. Mitra? Mr. Mitra, are you there?
Yes, Saurav. Yes, I am there. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, please ask.
Yeah. So a whole lot of informative names were shared by all of the presenters, and it was very difficult to note all the names of those grants and funds. Would it be possible to get a collation of all the names in some fashion from a manage or somewhere?
Right, that we can do. So we will be sharing the PPT, and we will summarize all the schemes, for startups, and we will share the consolidated PPTs with all the participants.
That will be great, Saurav. Thank you. And the other thing I wanted to ask is, Ms. Pragya has been sharing certain links about other programs that are coming up on digital marketing and awards for 2023, etc. Those will
Right.
also be shared over a consolidated email or an announcement, which you usually share over the group?
Yes, definitely. After this session, we will be sharing the detailed email,
Okay.
and we will give the information about our speakers, our today's speakers. And
Sure.
we have a lot of schemes coming up, like courses and online trainings. So we will be sharing those links as well.
Sure. Thank you very much. Those were some like 20 to 30 names of grants and funds. So it will
Right.
be
Yes.
really helpful to reach out to all of them for
No
companies
problem.
like
Yes.
us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much. Any other question, participants? Mr. DKS, you are there? Please unmute, Mr. DKS. Or Mr. Prashant?
Yes. Now
Yes.
I'm able to unmute myself.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, sir.
Please
My
ask your question, sir.
question is to Mr. Sharma. One is, do you have all this information on your website? What is that website? And if you have chartered accountants or person who can open or help in opening companies, such panel is available or not? Thank you, sir.
Uh, Everything is available on their sites, like Startup India site. Everything is there. For different grant funding, you need to be explore the different sites. Like you need to be explore Atal Innovation site, Startup India site, DST Department of Science and Technology site. So you get the information from there for every scheme. And for CA purpose, I have a persons, but you need to find someone near to you, so you can explain better your queries and compliances to him directly. If I am providing you a CA sport from Delhi, then I think it's not be feasible to you to communicate with them. In meanwhile, if you want any support regarding CA, I will give you a number of Mr. Shantanu. Mr. Shantanu compliance is there. He is handling IITs, IIT Delhi, IIT Mandi, and IIT Kanpur compliances and all for the startups purpose. They will charge around 8,000 rupees for company registration purpose and 1,000 rupees for the other compliances.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mr. Prashant, you there? I think we can take one more question, the last question. Mr. Prashant, you there? Please unmute, Mr. Prashant.
Yes, sir. To
Yes,
Soumya
please,
ma'am,
please.
she did mention the recognition from CFTRI. I also wanted to know if she received any technical support from the CFTRI. And to Gauri ma'am, US Bangalore, how did it help you, ma'am? Because I'm looking into these institutions. That's the reason I'm asking.
Hello.
That's
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Can I?
Yeah, please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, from CFTRA, actually, we have connected with the CFTRA, but in the PJTSA only, I have developed the product technologies, but any technical aspects wise, suppose in the formulation aspects, technical aspects, I could able to, because I connected with a few scientists and I could able to get the help from them. So suppose if any other entrepreneurs from the outsiders, if they want any technology, there are free technologies also there in their website, so they could able to get those technologies. If you want any specific formulated technology, they can pay the amount and they can buy that technology. Suppose if you want any innovative product, then you have to approach the scientist and put up the mails to them and develop that technology, and you should pay for that technology some amount. So there are free technologies are also there that you can get it from their website with a free of cost. Myself, I have connected with a few scientists. So in that, basically we have used the extrusion technology. So for the packaging and product formulation aspects, we have taken the some support from them, because through the institution I worked in the Department of Food Science and Nutrition and PJTSAU, so as a SRF. So in that time only I have utilize that opportunities with the whenever the scientists come to that place, then I could able to discuss the technical aspects. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, with this, I think we don't see any more questions in the chat box, so we can conclude the session. So, on behalf of entire Manage CI team, I like to thank all our speakers and all our participants for taking the time out for this webinar. I think this was very informative session, and we are looking forward to see you again. We have posted few links in the chat box. We are organizing one Manage Agri Startup Award. So link is already been posted in the group, and also we are starting the digital marketing training course. So that link is also there in the chat box. So if somebody is interested, please click on the link and you can register online. So with this note, I'd like to thank again to all the participants and to our speakers. Thank you so much, and looking forward to see you again. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.